He has so much energy, you know? Trump has like the energy of like a divorced guy. You ever hang out with a guy who's like newly divorced? He's like, buddy, I'm living my life. I'm going on a trip. I just signed up for jujitsu. I'm on it. Like, it's like, dude, calm down. Like, enjoy. Sit with your feelings a little. No, I'm going to destroy the Department of Education. I'm kicking everybody out of my house. It's my house. We're cutting these kids off. You know? He just has the energy of a divorced guy. And so it's interesting to watch, man. It is. It's interesting to watch. Like that whole thing with Zelensky where they yelled at him. That was... My wife and I watched that together, and I was like, this is what happens when you don't have a TV in the living room. Like, that's what... Like, they didn't have a... They need to put a TV in the Oval Office, and I think... Like, you ever been in a living room without a TV? It was someone's, like, family, and then you're like, what are you... Are you asking for an argument? Because sure enough, it's going to happen. There's a bunch of people sitting around that don't usually talk to each other. And then you just go, what do you mean by that? But then there's a TV on, and you're like, wow, I love this commercial. Dude, have you seen the Geico? Have you seen it? A nice little commercial that'll break up any kind of steam. We're here, yeah. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming out. This is wonderful. Thank you so much for showing up. Stanford. I didn't know this many people lived here. I'll say that. I didn't know this many people lived in Stanford that they're like, we could fill this room up. Every time I come through Connecticut, I don't know what's going on. I'll be honest. It seems like a secret. Like it's either like a busy city part where you're like, I don't think so. I don't know. And then you go out into the, then you get out of the towns, and it's just like, well, this is all haunted. Like, what is this? So it's either, like, haunted or too much, and there's, like, is there a medium? There isn't. It's either a farmhouse churning butter, living with the ghosts of your ancestors, or just this. Okay, all right. It's either watch out for this buggy and a horse, or let's valet park. Let's do that. There's no in between in Connecticut. Thank you all for coming out. I love the setup of the stage. I love the gap here. Just like it's like a splash zone setup. It just feels like whatever's going on, I'm the one that has it. And they're like, just let them be over there. We'll put one table very close. Just one table. Did those tickets cost less? Were they less? Be like, listen, there's two of them. You're going to be real close, but you will be alone. It'll just be you two and everyone else facing you going, why are they sitting so close? It just feels like you guys scooted your chairs up. Like, I don't know, scoot up. Just scoot up. We'll get up close. These people didn't do it. You're so far away. Man. Whoever did the seating in this place took a night off. I like it. They're like, I got an idea. It's very avant-garde. It's like those architects that build buildings, and you're like, how's that standing? There's like one in New York that's like an infamous building. Mike was telling me about it last night where it was too thin. Like it's just a straight up building. And the wind, not good. And they didn't think about that. Like that guy's still an architect somewhere. Like that guy just left that job. Now he's designing another disaster somewhere. And so, yeah, that's how it goes. I like how when the laughs end, they really end right there, too. That's a real off-a-cliff drop-off. So we moved back, and we're back to visit. We've been here for a week, and it's been nice. I love it. I had like a homeless guy lunge at me. That was fun. I like it. I missed it. No one does that in San Diego. There's no lunging. You know, just to wake you up. You don't need a coffee after that. On your way to a coffee shop, I'm just like, hey, you know. Well, by the way, that was my response right there. It was yeah. Just a polite, I see you too, buddy. How are you? I realized, like, if that guy hit me, it would have taken so long to respond. Like, some people have, like, quick reflex. I don't have, like, my reflexes are, huh? Like, I think that guy could have hit me 10 times before I realized I was in a fight. you need to be quicker, you know, and I'm just not. I don't do any of that. We did it. We had fun. We went to some brunch spot. I forget the name. All the restaurant names are getting out of control. We went to, like, I think the Farmer's Daughter or something. I kind of miss when restaurants were just the guy's name. Remember that? Like, oh yeah, come on into DeMilly's, and then the owner was like, I'm DeMilly, and you're like, oh, I get it, because the name. You know, but now it's just like the farmer's daughter, the butcher's apprentice, and just the maitre d's attorney. Why don't you come over here? The goat's ex-wife, like, come over here and have a, and you're like, I don't even, just call it a restaurant. But yeah, we went to one of those and it was fine. And then we tried to go to the MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art, and we're like, I'd like to look at some art. And then you see how many people are there and you're like, I'll just buy a hat. I like it. That's one of the rare museums where the gift shop is by the entrance, where you have the choice of seeing the line of tourists that are going in, or you can just go get a hat and tell people that you went and checked out the MoMA. And that's what we did. I don't like a bunch of people at my art museum. That's for me. You know, I need space. I need to look at the art. I need to feel it. I don't need to see someone's head just creeping in. It's so bizarre. You ever look at a piece of art too long and you kind of get sucked in, and then you zoom out and you're like, oh my God, there's people next to me. Ugh, get away from me. Are we both having the same moment? Yuck. I don't know. Like, I also like to go to museums alone. I go with my wife or by myself. Like, I don't like to go with a group of friends. A lot of groups of friends like to go to museums. And I don't like it because I got nothing to say about the art. You know, I just look at it. That's all I do. But I don't want to talk about it. I don't want anyone to go, oh, what do you think he was feeling when he painted this? It's like, dude, don't turn this into a book report. Let me just enjoy the art. I'm looking at it. I just don't know how to describe my joy. That's all. Let me just enjoy the damn art. Like, last time we went to an art museum with friends, it was my wife's friend and her boyfriend that had to be friends with me. If you've never been, you know how that goes, where like they hit it off and then you guys are like, well, we have to like each other because they like each other. And we all went to an art museum together. We went to the Whitney in New York, and the first painting was ceiling to floor, wall to wall, just a real specimen of a piece. And I was looking at it and I was like, wow. And then the dude walked up to me. He's like, pretty impressive, huh? And I'm like, yeah, it's so big. Like, that's what and then as soon as I heard it, I'm like, did I just call the art big? Is that what I did? And then thankfully it was an art museum, so my voice just echoed through the giant hall. It's so big, big, big. And he's like, big? And I'm like, yeah. So then I had to explain why I called it big, and I was like, wow, you could tell this is the artist's later work, you know? Like, he probably had to sell some smaller ones until he could afford a canvas. I don't know if you know how much canvases are. They're pretty high to... Buddy, have you been to a Michael's? It is... You'll be surprised, you know? You ever go to a Michael's and you're like, I'm going to get into painting, and then you're like, that's fine. I didn't know that's what brushes cost. Good Lord. That's why these artists are starving. I'll tell you what. And so anyway, I'm just talking about the art being big, and and he just drifted away from me during the conversation. And my wife showed up. And she's like, "What's wrong, baby?" And I was like, "I just called the art big." And she's like, "It is pretty big." And I'm like, "I love you." Like, thank you for being on my team. That's what you need sometimes. You just need someone that's on your team, you know. That's why, like, I noticed, like, my wife and I are perfect for each other when we went to the Whitney, because there was a piece of art that was made with real reclaimed burnt wood. It was like wood that was in a fire, and it said in a plaque next to the art, like, hey, this was made of real burnt wood. And my wife went up, she read the plaque, and then she's like, that's real burnt wood. And I was like, you're my soulmate, baby. I think we're meant to be. You and I are supposed to know each other, you know. So yeah, we've had a good time. Last night was pretty wild. It's nice to be here in Stanford. Last night we were in Long Island, somewhere. I'd never been to Long Island, and it was a very cool club, old-timey club, and it was run by, like, the mob, I think. That's what I like about the East Coast. There's still, like, stuff where, like, I think that guy's in the mob. And even if you politely bring it up, they go, hey, like, it's kind of like... They don't give you a yes or a no. They're just like... Like, it was this dude, he was Italian, he was probably in his 50s or something, slick back, grease back hair. He's wearing a purple suit with a black turtleneck. Oh, and he had a cane and shiny shoes, and he's like, I just had knee surgery. I'm like, that guy got shot in the knee, is what happened. There's no way that guy had knee surgery. That was from a bullet that he took to the knee. And he paid me in cash, which was insane. Just a dirty envelope of cash. And he's like, it's all there. And I'm like, all right. Like, he was real, but I couldn't tell. It was like what, like, a Disney movie thought a mobster was in like the 80s. You know, you watch, like, All Dogs Go to Heaven. I don't remember if there was a mobster in that movie, but if there was, it would have been... Oh, remember Oliver and Company? Remember that one? The mobster from that cartoon paid me cash in an envelope. And I was like, how do I even tell my agent about this? Like, I was just thinking of the taxes. I'm like, well, I got to pay him 10%. Do I just take out some of that? And I go, we're all off the books here, I think is what we're doing. I like that. That doesn't even happen anymore. It's good to get a little piece of danger, you know? That's what I like. That's honestly my favorite part of traveling. I don't want anything to ever happen to me, but I like the fear of it. I like the sense of a little bit of, ooh, you know? Just a little something. Like, I used to work cruise ships, and I used to hate working on them, but every once in a while we'd go through, like, a storm, and I'm like, yeah, dude, take it down. Take it down. But don't, but maybe. You know, like, but just that in between. Yeah, it was good. Like, that's the feeling. Remember the asteroid that was going to hit? That was the feeling, like, yeah, dude, every day would be like 2%, now 3%. I'm like, nice, dude. It's just like this relief. Isn't it nice to know there's an end? You know, like, you ever read a book that you're enjoying and you stop and then you see how many pages are left and you're like, I can do this. No? All right. Even when I enjoy reading, I like to know how many pages are left because I'm like, all right, we can get through that. That's what the asteroid did for me. They're like 7 years. And I'm like, yeah. I don't think past 7 years. I think 5 years. Like, my wife, she plans. She's like, what's your 5-year plan? I'm like, what? I only plan out as far as I have shows on the calendar. And then, I don't know, I might have to get a job. I don't... It's nice to know there's an asteroid coming, you know? Like, man, I gotta finish the yard, you know? There's only 7 years to enjoy the yard. I'm trying. I don't know. But it's been fun. We've been having fun. My wife and I have been traveling, which I never did growing up because we grew up poor. You grow up poor, you don't travel. You might see a theme park once. Like, I grew up in Southern California, like, we're going to Disneyland again, you know? And they're like, are you going? I'm like, yeah, we went. And that was it. Like, it wasn't, like, with my mother, it wasn't even, it wasn't that she would get mad for me bringing it up. I just knew that's where you put that. Hell yeah, it's all right. That's fine. See, the tables are too snug. If they would move them up a little bit, that guy would have had room to slip out, but they're all just crammed so far away. You guys, that's why no glasses are breaking here, because you guys shimmied up to the front. I'm telling you, whoever designed this room is laughing somewhere. Can't believe the check cleared, you know? Not because they don't have money. I just meant because of the design that he left. All right. I saw one person's face. I'm like, oh, they didn't get the joke. I have to explain, but yeah. Yeah, we've been traveling, and like growing up, I would never ask my mom, like, hey, can we go to Disneyland again? She would just be like, why? We did it. You remember? We have pictures. We had pictures printed at the CVS. Here are the photos. There you are at Disneyland. And it's like, you don't need to go see it again. But now, you know, and then you get, they're like, you got to travel in your 20s. I didn't have any money in my 20s. We didn't travel anywhere. And then now I'm in my later 30s, and now we got some money, so I'm like, let's go. But it's kind of too late. You know, like, I don't have the excitement. It's not that great. I don't, like, before we go on a trip, we watch, like, YouTube videos on what to prepare for, and then we get there, and I'm like, man, those videos were clear. It's not even better. It's better at home on the YouTube. Because then when you're done, you're at home. When we were done with Germany, we were still in Germany. And I'm like, man, this is a long-ass flight home. I gotta go through customs. I could have just... Learned a lot. Had to, it's educational. We were in Germany, so we went, we checked out some of the Nazi museums. That's important when you go. I feel like it's wrong to go and not do some of that. You're like, you should do that. That's important. And so we went to like an administration building that the Nazis used in Cologne, and then that's now a museum. And we went and like we were listening to all the history and stuff. And then they said that, like, in the 30s, the Nazis took over this building. They signed a lease, and then they rented the building. And I was just, I couldn't. That's not what I thought they did. I didn't think they signed leases. I thought they just came in and they're like, this is ours now, and guns and kicking and stuff. And no, and then so I was just telling my wife, I'm like, can you believe that they signed? Like they came in with references and uns building for rent? Like it's and then the landlord's like, you guys seem like a couple good chaps. I think I'm gonna rent you the building, And I just couldn't get beyond it, and I kept bringing it up. My wife's like, you're missing a lot of the tour. You gotta get over the fact that they rented this building. And I'm like, it's just I don't know. It's such a small part that I'm like, how? They're so, I don't know.
Hello, this is Zoltan Kaszas, and the year is 2025. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that mind-blowing? If you were just sent in from the past to the future, and this is how you're finding out the year, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. What the hell am I talking about? The point of this is I am on tour all year. It's what I do. A bunch of cities. I'm very excited to hit them all. If you'd like to see if I'm coming to a town near you, go to my website, zoltancomedy.com. There also might be a link in this video, maybe right over my eyes. I don't know what the editor is going to do with this. It could be in the description, what have you. But if it's not, zoltancomedy.com. Hit the shows tab, go down the list of shows, see if I'm coming to a town near you, and come see me so I can continue being a comedian, and I don't have to go get a job where I'm a horrible employee. I've been told many times by numerous bosses. So please.
It's a good week. I watched the Dahmer series. You guys watched the Dahmer series on Netflix? Yeah, wasn't that amazing? That was so good. It was such a good show. I know you're not allowed to, you can't be too excited about the show. You gotta keep a temperate. It was a good program. It's not like we were there with popcorn going, yeah! Kept it fine, and we went, okay. It's a good show, man. I don't know if you're allowed to say this, but the soundtrack was amazing. I don't know if anyone said that about the Dahmer series, but it was all 80s dance music. I was like, yeah! Yeah, if this was 97, I'd go to Tower Records and buy this CD to the Dahmer series. Having house parties, put on the Dahmer. That's, get this party jumping, The main actor did an amazing job. He was so good. Evan Peters, I think is his name. I'd never seen him before, and he did such a good job as Jeffrey Dahmer. He gave him a little bit of a Napoleon Dynamite flavor. Did you feel that too? It was like Jeffrey Dahmer if Jeffrey Dahmer was also Napoleon Dynamite. He was a crazed killer, but also when people would call him out, Jeffrey, you need to get a damn job. It's like, all right, Dad, jeez. Just a little bit of Napoleon Dynamite in there. But he did an amazing job. I'm not knocking the actor. He killed that. He did a great job. That wasn't even... That was an accident that ended up working out. And some of you guys caught that. You're like, we're not laughing at that stupid pun. I don't know. I was thinking about the audition process for the Dahmer series. If you ever think about the other actors that were almost Dahmer but they didn't get the job, Is there ever a role that you're kind of okay not getting, after your third callback audition and then they just don't pick you and you're like, I'm actually happy they don't think I'm right for that role. Doesn't that make you feel good in your heart? You're like, that's good. What a positive thing. And then the actor they did pick, they had to let him know nicely. You couldn't just say, magnificent, you know? You were born for this role. You had to let him know easy. He did a great job. In the first episode, he's like dancing on the dance floor. I don't know if you guys watched him in the opening scene. He's at a gay bar and he's just dancing to like late 80s music. And I don't know if you realize how hard of a job that is for an actor. He had to decide how to dance like a serial killer. There's no video to reference of how Jeffrey Dahmer danced. He just had to decide. He's like, how does a serial killer... Do you understand they don't teach that at Juilliard? Like, there's no spring semester NYU course on serial killer dancing late 80s. He just had to figure that out. I was impressed by it. I feel like a lot of you were like, yeah, whatever. It's pretty impressive. I like the serial killer stuff. Do you have a favorite serial killer? Sir? Yeah, you do? Who's your favorite? Oh, you don't know? I got a favorite. You have a favorite? Ted Bundy? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. He made the unibrow sexy. Everyone thought Ted Bundy was attractive. I looked at his photos and it was just a full mustache. Not even a just full. I'm like, man, 70s, the bar was low to be attractive. You could just come in like a caveman and women were like, hell yeah. Yeah, crack that on in. I like John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy, he killed like 33 people over 2 decades while also running a successful construction company. And you're like, wow, what a loser I am, you know? He got so much done. Like, he got so much done. He's a business owner. He runs a business and then at night, and then gets away with it. Like, wow. Wow, impressive. He was able to lure young men over to his house because he had a pool table and some marijuana. That's all it took in the 70s. That's how boring the 70s was. You could go up to a 19-year-old kid and be like, you want to come over? I got a pool table and some weed. And they'd be like, say no more. That wouldn't work today, right? Like if John Wayne Gacy was around today, went up to some 19-year-old kid and like, hey, you want to come over? I have a pool table and some marijuana. The kid would be like, I have a smartphone and I'm microdosing on shrooms as we speak. Like, I don't think you have anything for me, old man. Can't impress me. It's a bummer though. I like the Dahmer series. I like all the serial killer documentaries. They're fascinating because they're different from us. They wouldn't do what us normal people would do. And you're like, I want to know why. But it's scary because like I'm bummed. We're running out of serial killers. They've already done all the documentaries. They've already done them all. Serial killing, that's an old-timey thing. That's old-timey. That's 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. We don't have serial killers anymore. Now we have mass shooters. And those guys are lame. That's going to be a lame-ass documentary. Because mass shooters, mass shooters are a great depiction of today's society. Everyone wants to be famous, but no one wants to put in the work. You know? The serial killers put in the work. John Wayne Gacy got a pool table. He had marijuana. He learned magic. It's a dark joke, and the people that are laughing, you were right. And the people that aren't laughing, you're also right. Okay? He's not alone. He's not wrong. Enjoy it out here. Love it. Like it. It seems safe, you know? It doesn't seem like there's that much crime. Except for last night, we tried to get some White Castle downtown, and yeah, well, none of you told me. Yeah, we also didn't ask. We were hungry. We had done 2 shows. It was late, and our hotel's down there. And I was like, "Oh, baby, have you been to White Castle?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "It's gonna be a treat," and boy, was it! It was a treat. We pulled in, oh my goodness, what a circus of humanity was going on out there. Wow. Ripley's Believe It, it's not happening right now. It was crazy. As soon as we pulled in, a dude was pulling out. He had just gotten his food. He gets out of his car and just pees. He was clearly intoxicated. He had just gotten his food, and he just put the hazards on in the drive-thru lane, because you don't want anyone to ram into you, you know? Put his hazards on, just came out.
My fiance saw that and goes, he's peeing. And I'm like, yeah, he is. And then he wanted to get back into the car and leave, but he couldn't because there's a dude in a wheelchair missing a leg just blocking his exit. And then so now the peeing guy's honking at the dude in the wheelchair without a leg. And then Emma goes, can we get out of here? And I'm like, we can't, he's blocking us too. I've never seen a dude in a wheelchair block 2 cars going 2 different directions, but he did it good. White Castle. Downtown Louisville. Go somewhere else, you know. Should have hit the suburbs a little bit. Went to a Waffle House.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. One more time for all the comics you've seen tonight. Make it a little loud for them. Yeah. Yeah. So beautiful. Look at this. Right here. St. Louis. All right. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to call you that, but I already said it. Thanks so much for coming out to the mall. Look at us. Isn't this fancy? This is why I argue with people. They're like, comedy's an art. And I'm like, it's at the mall a lot. I don't know if that's where art goes, you know? And we're downstairs, so that made it cool, you know? Came in upstairs and I'm like, no, the artsy stuff happens down there. Yeah, up here it smells like farts, but down there, it's gonna smell better. I'm glad I'm not the only one that smelled that. Good Lord. What was that? There's like a good 30 seconds where I'm like, is that me? Like, what did I do? That wasn't me. Had some ice cream earlier, but that shouldn't be causing all this. This is more broccoli induced if my nose is on par. I like it. This half was definitely here when I walked in. This half, listen you guys, at a certain time it smelled like broccoli farts up there. And everyone had to walk in and talk to people like they weren't smelling it. I had to walk in and go, I'm the comedian. And that's not me. I don't know what that is, but that's not me. It's not what I'm bringing to the table. That's very nice. I'm looking forward to one time I'm going to do a weekend out here in St. Louis, and I'll get to explore your town some. But I don't get to. The couple times I've been, it's been one-nighters, so I just know the drive. I just know that I come up from that way, and then I see the arch, and I'm like, that's it. And then I drive past that, and I'm like, all right, that was it. All right. And then I got to know more stuff about it. I don't know enough about St. Louis. I know you guys got baseball teams historically very good. Historic, right? They had all the championships written on the stadium. You guys laugh like, no. Listen, I don't know how they're doing now, but they look like they did some stuff throughout history. I don't know if you guys are, that's the kind of sports fan I am. Like, I just want to see them win once, and I'm good forever. I know that's not a popular sports fan take, but like, when I moved from Hungary, we lived in Pittsburgh for the first few years, so I became a Steelers fan. Sorry if that angers anybody. That's where we live. And I always wanted to see the Steelers win a Super Bowl. And then in 06, they won one, and I'm like, hell yeah, all right. And then a couple years later, they won again, and I'm like, okay. And I'm cool if they never win a single game ever again for the rest of my life. I already had the joy. Like, do you ever think sports fans are being greedy? We're like, every year we have to be number one. And you're like, are you even enjoying the ones you won then? Is that even what you're... I can tell you guys don't agree. I can feel it. I understand that I have a really weird, dumb take on sports, but I'm like, you did it. Yeah, but what have you done for me lately? That's not how I treat things I love. All right? Like, things I love, they're allowed to make something good, and then they're allowed to make, oh, that's a good effort. I see what you were doing there. Like, I'm a fan, dude. When I like a band or something, I'm into, like, if they have a great album, yeah. And if their next one gets weird and experimental, I'm like, okay, yeah. That's what you were feeling in the moment. I'm with you. Like, I love Metallica, okay? I'm a big Metallica fan. And yes, they sound very different from the 80s than they do now, but that's fine. If you want that stuff, go put it on. That's what I don't like. Like, no, I want them to sound like it's 83. They were 18. Now they're 60-year-old millionaires. What do you want them to... How much can they sing about death? Like, their life is amazing. I can still feel it. Some of you agree with me, like, no, just give me the things I like. Win championships and make master of puppets. I don't know. We were talking about music in the back. That's why it's on my head. I like music. I can't do it, but I like it. Oh, but anyway, it's been a fun trip. I came in today. I've only been in town for a few hours, and I was in Evansville the night before. I was doing a show, corporate event. I was doing comedy for a company, and it was bad. It didn't go good. There's just a lot of employees, and there were nice audiences, but it was like a work function. You know, when, you know, I remember having a job where they'd be like, hey, come, it's not mandatory, but... And, you know what I mean? Like, it's not mandatory, but we are going to take attendance. And... and I don't even know that they did that. And everyone was super friendly, but it was like, 300 people, but they picked a 1,500-seat theater to put it in. And so it just felt like I was auditioning for something. It just felt like I was auditioning for like a high school play, and we were all going to take turns to read a little of Othello and see who gets to play Othello. I just let you know that I don't know who's in Othello. And your response let me know you don't either. So that was good. I could have just played it off, and you could have been like, oh, I think he might be smart. I don't know. No, I read the headlines, not the articles. That's what I do. But yeah, I was in Evansville, and then I spent 2 days in Louisville leading up to that, which was great. That town, it's just a giant advertisement for bourbon. That's all it is. It's like the hotel was here and the club was there, and in my short walk was just like, come on in, have some bourbon. We have 108 bourbons. And you're like, that's too many bourbons. Like, why? I'm not used to that. I'm used to bars that are like, hey, would you like a cold beer? Come on in. Have a cold beer. Why don't you watch the game? Hang out with a friend. And over there, they're like, "Hey, do you want to cry in front of strangers? Is that what you'd like to do?" I don't know what you do with a couple bourbons, but that's what I do. I get pretty emotional. And I'm not even sad. I'm just thankful. Like, that's what hard liquor does to me now. I don't know if that's an age thing. I don't know what it is, but I get a couple of whiskeys in me, and I'm like, oh, I do have great friends. And then my eyes start to well up, and I'm thankful for all of them. Oh, and my wife, she puts up with me. Oh, my mother, my sweet mother. And then once I start welling up about the cats, I'm like, let's reel it in. All right. Like, it's not wrong to love your cats that much, but we are in public. People are watching. Someone comes up, what are you going through? Miso. They're like, who? Oh, it's my cat. That's a nice hat. Is that your hat? That's a stylish hat. I like that. Sorry, that caught my attention. Everyone's got a look to them. I love it. You guys are dressed well. Like, yeah, very nice. I love the hat. I love the cardigan all the way through. Very cool. You look like you manage something. I like the whole... You look like you're in charge of something, right? Well, do you own a company? What do you do? You're retired. Yeah, you look like you're running that. You know? What's on the schedule today? Nothing. That's what we're doing. No one's changing that schedule, buddy. What'd you do before you retired? You worked at a bank. Did you run it? No? All right. I'm misreading it. You look like you were over there like, yeah, this is my bank. I like it. I don't know. I've always had a good time at the bank. For the most part, right? I've always had a good time at the bank. Banks are different by neighborhood, I've noticed that. Like in my neighborhood, there was a guy screaming because he thought he lost something. And he's like, no! God, no! And he was just banging on the glass, and I'm like, oh, all right. Like, I was just there to get a new debit card. I lost my debit card, and I'm like, I think that guy's not paying rent this month. And then he found it, and then he's like, I'm sorry for losing it. And you're like, well, we're all upset, you know? We're all upset. That fake living room with the TV without a remote. Why would you do that? That's every bank. I sit down at the bank, and there's a bunch of nice couches and a TV, and you're like, where's the remote, dude? No one wants to watch this ad for Bank of America. So yeah. Anyway, it was nice in Louisville. It's been a nice trip all along. It's been very nice. Out there, I was with my buddy Josh. He's a little older than me, but he's my most immature friend. I hope everyone's lucky enough to have someone older than you that is more immature than you will ever be in your entire life. He's 43 going on 22. That's who he is. Just he travels with a duffel bag. Like, we flew out together, and he came with a duffel bag. And they've been putting wheels on luggage for like 30 years. All right, this is not a new invention. They've been slapping wheels on there for a long time, and he's just at the airport with a duffel bag. And we'd walk, and then we'd stop, and he'd just drop it, just boom. And I'm like, "What are you doing with a duffel bag?" He's like, "What do you mean? It's my luggage." And I'm like, "Get wheels, dude." And he's like, "I don't know." And I'm like, "Get it," because he travels a lot for comedy, and you look like a professional traveler if you have wheels, a duffel bag. That just looks like you're being sent to live with your dad, you know? And you're like, "Oh, I gotta get over there." And that doesn't look like a round trip flight with a duffel bag. You're like, "Oh, he's not allowed to come back till he's better." Like, that's definitely a one-way trip. Like, one time I got bullied into buying all this protein powder at like a GNC. You ever go into like a GNC where they got all that stuff? This is when I was young. I was 18, and my buddy Dane came back from the gym, and he's got like 2 big grocery bags full of like protein powder and amino acids, a bunch of like fitness crap. And I was like, what the hell's all that? I thought you went to the gym. He's like, yeah. And then afterwards I went in to the GNC, and there's this jacked guy working there, and he like worked out this whole plan for me. And then I left with $156 worth of protein powder and supplements, and I'm like, "Cool, man." And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "I didn't want to buy any of this stuff." He was just like really intimidating, you know? And I was like, "Whoa, that sucks, dude." And then the more he thought about it, he's like, "Yeah, man, that guy really like bullied me. I didn't want to buy all this." He's like, "I'm gonna go return it." And I'm like, "Cool." And I'm like, he's like, "You want to come with me?" And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, he's intimidating. Can you just back me up?" And I don't know if you can tell how big I am from where you're sitting, but my buddy Dane is 6'4". He's a big guy, and I'm like, I'm the backup, dude. And so I went with him just for moral support. He's my best buddy. I'm gonna go, and we went in there, and that guy was huge. He was like, not like ripped huge, but like the kind of huge where they throw stuff. You know, like sometimes you turn on the TV and you're like, "That's the strongest man in the world." And he's like, "He's kind of flabby, but all right." Like, he might be. And he just had like no neck, and he's just over there. And Dane's like, "Hey man, I came to return this." And he's like, "What? You're returning this?" And he's like, "I spent 30 minutes here writing out this plan for you, and then you're gonna come back and return it?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not. I don't want it. And yeah, I feel like he bullied me into it, and I don't want it." And he's like, "That's ridiculous." He just kept harping on him that he spent so much time putting this plan together. And then he goes, "You know another thing I don't like?" He's like, "I also don't like your buddy eyeballing me in the back right there." And I'm like, "Who's eyeballing? I'm not eyeballing." And then he goes, "What are your fitness goals?" And I'm like, "What?" And then he started talking to me. I ended up buying my buddy's protein. So he gave him a return on his card, and then he's running my card. And I'm looking at Dan, he's like, "Thanks, man." And I'm like, and then I went back with it. And I ended up choking down those amino acid pills. Maybe they work, but they didn't do anything for me. I'll tell you that. Anyway, that was a weird story, but it came out. I'm glad you went along with it. I appreciate that. I got a few more stories left to tell you, but the first thing, I didn't even say thank you yet. Thank you so much for helping me pack out this room on a Sunday. It means a lot. Thank you. It's a great feeling to sell the place out, especially when there's like a football game going on. And I was like, "Oh no!" And then I was like, "Good, they all bought it before they knew." You know. Yeah, is it close? It just started.
No, I meant like the purchase decision.
Oh, the purchase decision. All right. I like it. Some people didn't come. Like, because the show's sold out, but there are some empty seats, which is, that's also what I like. That's why I like my audience. Like all of my audience, I feel, is, like, close to me. Like, you're like me in the sense that you're either around my age or just a little bit above. Like, there's not too many, like, people in their early 20s coming to see me. And I really like that. Like, I have some comedian friends that all their fans are like, 22! And I'm like, that would be horrible. Because those people, like, expect the night of their lives. They're like, we're going to have the night of our lives! And people my age and up are like, we're going. All right? Like, and that's what I want. I want some people that are like, this will be fine, you know? I want some, like, I know at least a good portion of this audience an hour before the show, you guys, one of you at home is like, we could stay in. Like, we don't have to go, you know? That's why I always want to keep my ticket prices at this level. Because that's enough money to where you're like, well, we could just stay in. We don't have to go. Like, that's something new that's happening. Like, I'm doing a couple bigger venues in Seattle, like Pacific Northwest, and some of those are being sold by Ticketmaster, and so I can go on the website and look at the seat map and see how many tickets have sold. And some people are, like, scalping the tickets, like they're doing the resale thing, and, like, the tickets are like 35 or 55, like, but they're selling them for like 200 or something. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I just hope no one buys them. That's what I hope. And then we can move people up and sit in there. Because, like, that's not fun for me. Because, like, I look at an audience of people that paid like 30 or 50 bucks and they're like, we're going to have a good time. But, like, someone that's like 200 bucks in, they're like, this better be good. Like, that's... And I'm going to be able to tell, you know? I'm going to be able to tell on their faces, this better be good. And I'm like, I don't want that kind of pressure on me. I like skippable activities. That's what I like. That's how I live my life. My wife and I skip a lot of stuff. We went to Amsterdam for her birthday, and we were there like 4 days, and we had a canal tour scheduled for the third day, and we really should have done it the first day, because we had walked around. We'd seen the canals. And so the third day comes around, and Emma's like, what time's that canal tour? And I'm like, at 5. And she's like, how long is it, like an hour? And I'm like, 90 minutes. And she's like, how much were those tickets? And I told her, and she's like, let's skip it. I'm like, hell yeah. Dude, I love skipping stuff. Like, that's my favorite thing.
Hello, this is Zoltan Kaszas, and the year is 2025. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that mind-blowing? If you were just sent in from the past to the future, and this is how you're finding out the year, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. What the hell am I talking about? The point of this is I am on tour all year. It's what I do. A bunch of cities. I'm very excited to hit them all. If you'd like to see if I'm coming to a town near you, go to my website, zoltancomedy.com. There also might be a link in this video, maybe right over my eyes. I don't know what the editor is going to do with this. It could be in the description, what have you. But if it's not, zoltancomedy.com. Hit the shows tab, go down the list of shows, see if I'm coming to a town near you, and come see me so I can continue being a comedian and I don't have to go get a job where I'm a horrible employee. I've been told many times by numerous bosses. So please come out and see me and keep the dream alive.
Oh, thank you. I like that. You held strong. You didn't clap at all. I appreciate that. You're like, you know what? Everyone's doing it. I'm not going to do it. What if I don't? What, are they going to make me? No. I like that. Is everyone going to jump off a bridge? Not this girl. I'll tell you what. She's going to stand strong. It is so good to be here. One more time for all the opening comics you've seen tonight. Brett, Greg, and Ken. Hell yeah. This is so good. This is my first time here, and I like it. This club's been around for a while, and you can feel it. You can feel it. Like, I haven't seen this since I went to someone's bathroom in 1992. Like this is I got a nice house too. This is a nice. If you had this in your bathroom in 19, you were doing well, or you just got divorced from someone doing really well. This is nice. The lighting. Oh, this is like when they tried to kill Scarface in the movie Scarface. Remember that? They were doing that? I love it. I like it. I like how everything leads down. I like it. There's so many levels. Oh, there's just levels and levels of people. And everyone's above me, and I don't care for that. I'll be honest. Makes me feel down just a touch. But it's so good. Everyone's here in the front, except for that table, just to let me know. I like that. You're not allowed. You're a tier 2. I'm so sorry. Can't bump you down. That's tier 2. There's tiered seating. How are we doing in the mezzanine? Doing all right in the mezzanine? All right. Lower luge or something? I never knew how that one was pronounced either. Ah, man. It's so good to be here. It's my first time. I've been to Ann Arbor before, but never to do comedy. I just came as I came to have lunch once. This is 2018, maybe? It was before the pandemic. Remember before? Remember that? Doesn't that feel like 100 years ago? Like, 2021 feels like yesterday. 2018 feels like, what? That's before I graduated high school. What are you talking about? I came here in like 2018. I was working in Royal Oak, Michigan, and I had a friend who lived here. He's like, come up, let's have some lunch. And I was like, that's cool. We had lunch, and then he's like, you want to go see that? I wanted to see the stadium, the big house. It's like 100,000. I've never been to a 100,000 seat stadium, and I wanted to see it, so we went. And I didn't think we could go inside, but there was actually an event going on. It was Pee Wee football. And I'm like, I kind of want to go in there. And my buddy's like, yeah. And we bought tickets. They charged tickets for Pee Wee football. And they sold it to us. And they were like, I don't think they have any kids in there. I don't know if you ever showed up to a youth event without any children in the game, but you get a lot of side eyes from the other. I just wanted to see the stadium, you know? I didn't care. And I went in, and let me tell you, those little kids did not sell a lot of tickets. All right? Like, pretty empty. They could have done it at a smaller venue. Just giving me a tour, you know? Oh, no, it's 100,000 seats. There are 7. Who wants to watch that? I'd be upset if it was sold out. 100,000 people to watch 7-year-olds run a sweep? No, thank you. That's a football play. I like it. I like the energy in this room. It's like there, but it's still summer. And I like it. You guys have the energy of people that were at the lake all day. That's the energy in this room. You're like, well, we got a little sun. Let's go catch a show. We'll go catch a show at the Ann Arbor Comedy Showcase. We'll lean our heads up against some neon lighting and listen to some humor. Got that guy with that. That was a good laugh. That was a good ha ha ha. Yeah. We're opening up. Last night I was in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, there it is again. That's a good laugh. Got Count Dracula in the corner. We're doing all right. Yes. I feel like I'm busting them open with each one of these. If the world's most interesting man had a laugh, it would be that ha 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 ha. It's almost like the laugh Ray Liotta had in those terrible tequila commercials. Do you remember that? Remember like a few years ago, Ray Liotta sold tequila on TV? And he didn't have any lines. It was just him walking in and he'd stare at the bartender like a maniac. Do you remember this? If you don't, I'll just play it out for you. Ray Liotta would walk into a bar being Ray Liotta, and he would just make eye contact with the bartender and go. And then he would eventually be like, this drink? And he's like, and then he'd pull the tequila that the ad was for and be like, this one? And he'd go, and then he'd hold it and he'd go, ah! I am assuming that's what that laugh sounded like if they allowed to put that into the commercial. It's a good laugh. It's a tequila laugh, you know. Right? It's contagious, isn't it? You're coming around. I like it. I can feel it. You regret not clapping now. I can feel it. You're like, you know what? I should have clapped when he came up, because... But I get it. It's weird to clap first. That's like tipping before you get the food, right? Which that's pretty common now. I got Starbucks twice today, and in the drive-thru they make you tip, and I'm like, how do I even know though? How do I know it's gonna be good? How do I know you didn't put too much water in the oatmeal? And you just have to give them the money anyway, you know? They should do a thing. They should, you know? I like tipping at a sit-down restaurant because you get to eat the food first, and you're like, that was amazing. Your service was great. 20%. But in the beginning, you're like, I don't know if you know how to make a brown shaken oat iced latte. Sorry. That is how you know. That is how you know. I'm aging. I'm 36. Not old, but it happens slowly, you know? It's an ideology that changes. Like, I'll watch those Karen videos on TikTok, and sometimes I see their point. Sometimes, right? Not all the times, but sometimes you're like, yeah, where is the manager? I need a receipt, all right? This is a business lunch. I gotta tell the IRS about this. I need an itemized receipt. And that's how you know it creeps up. You're like, ugh, I'm on the wrong end. But yeah, I had a wonderful time last night. I did a show in Columbus, and I drove here from there. And it was a good drive. Nice, you know. I don't like I live in New York now, so I don't drive anymore. So it's nice to drive. I get to catch up on podcasts, and I remember, you know. You ever do that? You ever have a long drive and you just drift off into your thoughts, and you're like, oh yeah, I did that. I owe that person an apology. Oh yeah. That's when you remember, right? You got that long drive. There's nothing but straight for 2 hours. You're like, whoa, I said that? That's what I do. That's why they have cruise control, because they know you're going to drift off into your thoughts. You ever see a driver out there that just dips down to 50, then goes to 80, then goes to 50? They're deep in thoughts. That's what's going on. And they're like, good Lord, I did say that. And then they dip down to 50. They're like, oh no! So I'm on the cruise control. And that's why I don't get mad at other drivers, because I went, it was a PT Cruiser, which it was just me and this PT Cruiser. There were other cars, but it was me and them for the entire drive here. And they would go slow, they would go fast. I had cruise control set to 75, so I was doing the same. And I'm like, man, you are really going through something right now. It was like peeking into someone's therapy session, you know? You're like, you're gonna get there, you're gonna get there. Maybe journaling? I don't know, but it's good you're doing this on the 75 North. This is good. It's a good mix, man. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Came in yesterday I'm horrible at travel. I flew into Cleveland to do a show in Columbus, and then I drove here, and then tomorrow I have a show Sunday I have a show in Sandusky, Ohio. And I learned that none of these are near, kind of. I mean, they're fine. It's not what I do. I am only decent at this, what I'm doing right now. Travel and all that stuff, I'm like, I don't know. Last week I went to the wrong hotel. I went to the wrong Marriott. I'm a Marriott Titanium Elite member. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Look at everyone else. Sad, right? Like, he's better than us. I am. All right? Only because I have the Titanium Elite membership. But I went to the wrong I was in Illinois. I was supposed to go to St. Charles, Illinois. And I landed. I didn't have any sleep in Chicago. And I just put in Marriott, and the first one that came up, I was like, yeah, probably. I don't know. And I showed up. You ever not sleep and then try to drive immediately? And then so I showed up at the hotel, and they were like, we don't have any record of you coming here. And I was like, I'm a Titanium Elite member. And they're like, thank you. You know, that's where the little Karen was coming up in me, and I'm like, do you not know my status? You know? And they were so nice behind the counter, they looked me up in the entire Marriott system. And they're like, you're staying at a hotel in St. Charles. And I'm like, where am I right now? They're like, you're in Schaumburg. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I love it, though. I love statuses. That's what I'm all about, because I grew up in the trailer park. So my entire life goal as an adult is just to be treated better than everybody else. That's what it is. I've had to be on the bottoms during my developmental stages, and that's how villains are created. That's the backstory to a supervillain. You're like, he was poor, and everyone knew it. And now his only goal is victory. You know? I got incorporated this year, so I'm a business now, Zoltan Comedy Incorporation. And I only did it, don't clap yet. I only did it so I could get a purple credit card that lets me into the lounge at the airport. It's the only reason I did it. And it's because I was tired of going to the airport. I'm at the airport every week, and they're all lining up to this gated community. And I wasn't allowed in. It reminded me of my childhood in the trailer park, and I would just look up on the hill to houses with foundations, and I'm like, why do they get to live there? And then I'm like, how do I get into that damn gated breakfast? And I found out you have to have this credit card, but you can only get this credit card if you're a business, so I incorporated. I hired a bookkeeper. I filled out paperwork. I got an EIN number. And they're like, why did you do it? Did you do it for the tax breaks? No, I did it for sweaty eggs at LaGuardia Airport. That's why I did it. It's not even that great in there, but I just want it in, you know? I don't know what it says about me, but... A few more years at the lounge, I'm gonna have that laugh. I'm gonna be there with that cappuccino. So I'll laugh at everyone in line at Dunkin'. Silly. Yeah. Yesterday was a weird day. You ever have one of those days where nothing goes horribly wrong, but also it's just like a million little things go wrong, and you're like, what is it? What is it today? Is it me? Is it the world? What's going on? I had an early flight, like I always do. You think I'd be prepared. It's an every week situation, but I'm never. You know, like I had a flight Thursday morning. I had to wake up at 3:30 in the morning. And really, I could have woken up later, but I wanted ample lounge time. So I wanted to get to the airport early. I could have woken up later, but I'm like, oh, those sweaty eggs are mine. And I'm still new to it. Maybe I'll get used to it now, whatever. But I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, and the night before, I'm like, I'm gonna go to sleep early, and my wife's like, are you sure you don't want to watch some TV with me? And she gave me TV eyes, and I'm like, I want to watch TV. And then we stayed up till like midnight or something after. I probably went to sleep at like 1. You ever do that? You go to sleep late, and then wake up super early, and then you wake up, and you're like, did I even fall asleep? Right. It was one of those where you're like, I felt like a long blink, is what that felt like. Like, that wasn't a dream, that was a thought. That's all I had. I had a thought, and then the alarm went off. And so I went to the airport, and then I landed in Cleveland, hopped in a rental car, and just drove, which is so dangerous. Just no sleep, new city, car I'm not familiar with, and just doing 80 on the interstate, just figuring it out, you know? And hopefully not falling asleep, because if I do, I know me. I'm taking someone with me. I'm just gonna, minivan, there we go. We're going into a ditch. You were too excited about that. I do want to say, yes, take them all out. All the minivans. That was a vendetta laugh, is what that was. What's that? You drive horribly? All right. I'm not allowed to add on to that. But yeah, that's... I'm allowed to chuckle if you say it, but I can't chime in with my opinion. Yeah, man. I was driving pretty bad yesterday because I was tired and I wanted to I'm like, I need a coffee. So I wanted to get a Starbucks, and they're like, there's a Starbucks. You know those little signs? They're like, oh, what, did they clean the freeway? And they're like, no. They didn't adopt a highway. There's a Starbucks at the next exit. And so I got off at the Starbucks, and I was so tired that I like waddled into the. Have you ever been that tired where you're like, I think people might think I'm drunk. So you just kind of walk in, and I'm just kind of swaying in line. And I'm so tired, I'm practicing my order in my head before I get to the person, because I know this can't happen in the moment. I gotta rehearse these lines. So I'm just in my head, just kind of going, bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, cold cream, cold brew. That's all I'm doing. It's sweet cream cold brew. That's what it is. So I was just in there going, bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet, in my head. But I know me. I have an expressive face, so I'm sure on the outside, people are just looking over, and I'm like, And I was ready. There was like 3 people ahead of me. I had my credit card out. I wasn't gonna mess with the zipper on my back pocket. I had the credit card in my hand, purple, it's ready to go. And then I get to the front, I'm not making this up. The lady sees me holding the credit card, she goes, she goes, our system is down. You can only pay through the Starbucks app or cash. And I was like, bacon, egg, Gouda sandwich, sweet cream cold brew. Like, I don't know. I wasn't ready for that. My brain is too tired. I don't have it. And she goes, well, you can't pay with that. Have you ever been in that situation? It was such a weird situation. I was like stuck in no man's land. It was like I was a time traveler, but to my own era. You know what I mean? Like I had the right thing, but they were only accepting things from the future and the past, but not now, It's like you can either pay from the future or like you're buying heroin in an alley. That's how you can pay for this. And she repeated it. She's like, you can only pay through the app or cash. And I'm like, I don't have either. And she goes, I'm so sorry. And I just went, And that was yesterday. Man, that joke came together good. I like that. That was my 3rd time telling it. Twice yesterday, once today. Yeah, it could be something, right? Yeah. It's easy to write jokes when none of it's made up. You just go, this happened yesterday. And I'm very self-aware.
Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it, shared it, subscribed to it, hit the notification bell, do all the things YouTube makes you want to do. Other than that, I wanted to let you know that I'm constantly on tour, so go to my website, zoltancomedy.com, and see if I'm coming to a town near you. Thank you kindly.
So we go in there, we talk about all sorts of things. We talk about depression. I think there's different levels of depression. I don't think that gets talked about enough. Like I have what I like to call a healthy level of depression. Right in the middle, right here. Just a good amount, just enough to keep me humble and likable. You ever meet someone who could use a little depression? You know what I mean? Those annoyingly positive people. Every day's an opportunity. And you're like, he could use a dash. Not a lot, just a pinch. Just a parking ticket on a rainy day. Just something to bring him down a little. I have a healthy level of depression. Like, I would never kill myself, but I would like to die naturally soon. I think that's the right amount, Like, if I was on a flight, it was going down, I'd scream, but I wouldn't be the loudest. I'd scream enough so no one around me got suspicious, I'd give it a healthy, you get it, Damn. It's good to get to know yourself. Because I didn't know so much about myself. Like, I used to make fun of millennials until I did a Google search and realized I am one. And then I pulled back hard. I was like, oh, they're all right. Come on, you guys. Why don't you take it easy? That's exactly who I am in a nutshell. I'll make fun of a group of people until I realize I am that group of people. And I'll be like, come on, you guys, why don't you back off a little bit? Be a little more supportive. If If I did have to pick on millennials, I think our biggest issue is that we're too self-aware. We know exactly what's wrong with us and why, except we're not getting any better. We just know, and we're very open with telling you. Too soon, too. I'll just meet somebody. Hi, I have anxiety. And you're like, that is way too soon. All right, that is for tomorrow. That's if we see each other again tomorrow. But they don't even let you chime in. They just jump in like, I have anxiety because when I was 8, my brother locked me in a closet and kept me there all weekend. It's like, all right, well, what are you doing about that? Nothing. I'm telling you so you can work around it. And you're like, fair enough. All right. But I guess I'm the same. Like, I found out in therapy that I have anxiety. I didn't know that. I thought I was just being polite all these years. You guys ever confuse politeness with anxious? That's what I've been doing my entire life. I had no idea until I was in therapy, and she was like, give me a public setting. And I was like, all right. Like, when I'm on a plane and we're deboarding, I count the rows. And in my head, I'm like, all right, when that lady gets up, I'm going to get up. I got my bag over there. Don't forget that bag's over there. Oh, my wife's bag is over there. Don't forget that. And at that point, my wife would be like, is everything okay? Are you all right now? And I'm like, shut up. Are you ready? You need to be ready. And she's like, what is happening right now? And I'm like, it's our turn. There's no time. We got to go. And I do that because I don't want to take half an extra second getting my bag down because maybe someone behind me will punch me in the back of the head. Because that's how I feel. When I'm deboarding a flight and there's someone in front of me and they're like, is my bag there or there? I'm behind them going, I think we get to kill him, right? I think we get to end this dude right now. And I don't want to be a victim in a scenario that I've created. And for all these years, I thought that was me being polite to my fellow man by getting out of the way. That's anxiety. That means someone yelled at me when I was 4 when they should have hugged me. And somehow 30 years later, that manifested into, I can't be in anyone's way. You know? Ridiculous. I have all sorts of things. Anxious. I'm hyper-aware. That's a new one. I thought that was a good thing. Hyper-aware. Know what's going on in your blind spots, right? Isn't that a good thing for driving? You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Got another dead deer over there, you know? Almost missed that dead deer hiding in the corner. No, hyper-aware. I notice it all the time. Here's an example of my hyper-awarity. My wife and I were walking in our neighborhood, and as we were walking, we were going to cross the street, but we were crossing the street diagonal. And as we're crossing, I noticed there's a woman walking her dog, and I did the geometry, and I realized by the time we get to the other side, we're just going to awkwardly be next to her. Just show up right next to her, and I'm like, we're not doing that. So I called an audible in the middle of the street. I'm like, we are just walking that way now. So now my wife and I are just walking up the middle of the street like two idiots. And she's like, what's happening right now? I'm like, not now, all right? This is where we are walking. And I realized we were coming to a T intersection. And at the other side of the street, there was a cafe with a table, and 2 guys were having lunch. And I realized we're just going to end up in front of their table. They're going to look up. What if we make eye contact? I'm going to have to say something. I'm going to have to go, the weather, and then walk off. And like an idiot, I actually explained that scenario to my wife. And she goes, oh my God, you're a lunatic. And I was like, you see, sometimes it's good to keep feelings on the inside. Hey, you finished my YouTube video. Thank you so much. I am personally very proud of you. You know how to finish things you start. There's plenty more videos on my channel to watch if you haven't seen them already. Also, I'm on the road all the time, so come catch me live. Go to zoltancomedy.com to see my tour schedule. You can buy tickets through there. And only buy tickets through my website, because there's scammers now that are upcharging people for tickets that aren't even good, that won't even get you in. Complete ripoffs. So only go to zoltancomedy.com. And thank you so much for watching my videos.